Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's happening, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome. We talking about the long-awaited, anticipated Punisher special presentation. Now, all right, man. Y'all know this is my favorite live-action MCU character right here. Like Captain America, my favorite Avenger, but once we add the shows and the other Fox universe, all the live-action iterations of heroes, Punisher's number one, man. This is the best guy they got for the job. Now, I've been anticipating this special presentation for a long time, man, because one, the Marvel special presentations have been hitting. The Guardians of the Galaxy one was good, and the Werewolf by Night is my favorite shit. That was one of my favorite shit. So I was expecting a lot. You got the main guy, and we doing, short condensed story. And overall, my opinion of this, I finished watching it last night, man. And I just couldn't, I was shaking my head. It was a missed opportunity. It was a missed opportunity. Now, was it bad? No. Was it good? Not really. It was classic Marvel mid, but it wasn't mid because, of some of the reasons why it normally is. Now, spoiler alert, I assume you watched it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to jump into it. Spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1. If you ain't watched it, hit save and come back. All right, so we ain't messing around. All right, so when it starts off, they go into they're playing into the mental health of Frank Castle, which is reasonable, right? Because he is one of the most mentally unstable Marvel characters you got. But they took it too far, man. We about 5, 6, 7 minutes into the show. He's seeing things. He's seeing, his old soldiers, his old friends, his old roomies. He's basically, it's the Punisher, the character, his mind is so fractured that it's hard for telepaths to control him. Like they're mutants like Professor X that would have a hard time controlling the Punisher because his mind is just so fucked up that you can't just control. And they did a good job of hitting on that throughout the show, but it took 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, we get it. We get it. Now, we get how the shows have been going. They do the special presentation the same way they've been doing the shows. And unfortunately, some of the movies where they just put the story in the front, stuff the action at the end, and then just call it a day. It's really lazy. It's a really lazy formula, and I'm like, you could draw us in with some of the action from the beginning. But, it wasn't bad, but then it was like, okay, we get it. His mind is fractured. He's seeing things. He misses his family. Get on with the story. Well, that's the part. There is no story. There's absolutely zero storyline in this special presentation. The Nucci's who he killed over in his TV show, he left one alive, which is kind of dumb. Like, that's not the Punisher. Why would he leave one alive? Anyway, he leaves the sister alive. She comes back for revenge. They kind of went with the movie don't believe what you're looking at type deal. So she pulls up on him with, a black dude. He's supposed to be a goon. He looking at you like, I'll fight you. She's surrounded by these dudes on dirt bikes and stuff. So she got the goons with her. The guy who killed your family members, killed your son, killed your brothers, killed everybody, standing right in front of you. She get up, she talks shit, she spit on him. She said, hey, 647, I'm sending in, I put a bounty on your head, they coming to get you. The reason why I thought that was dumb, I'm like, bitch, if you about that fucking action, kill his ass now. You looking, what kind of villain wants revenge? And, this is the old movie type shit. Like, let me tell you my evil plan. Like, who pulls up on him, tells you, hey, I know where you live, and I sending goons to your house. They coming in and get ready for it to go. Now, he's, once again, his mind's so fragile, he ain't even preparing. Like, he's still seeing things in and out, kind of like, what, I don't care. But I'm like, what kind of villain is she where she don't just mark him right now? You got henchmen. Yo, get his ass. Who are you rolling with that you don't believe in them so much that he was like, yo, well, I'm going to send some goons out here to get you. Either way, they basically set up a scenario where a bunch of people are coming to kill Frank, so he gets a bunch of people to kill. I'm not mad at that. I understand why you need that. The funny thing is, Kevin Feige quoted, you watched my old video, quoted as saying, we don't want to put Blade, we don't want Blade to be a guy in leather just going around killing vampires, which is all we want out of the Blade movie. But you're going to do the same thing with Punisher. You're just going to have a dude going around killing henchmen or thugs or goons for absolutely no reason, which is kind of, I'm like, I don't know if that's more of an insult to Frank or to Blade, because why is that good enough for the Punisher but not good enough for Blade? That would have worked better in a movie. Obviously, you got to have some sort of storyline, set up something. You know what I mean? They didn't really set up. It was just like, yo, we coming to kill Frank. That was the storyline. Somebody don't like Frank, and we need some people to come kill him. And now he get to go off. He didn't really get, so, you know, I don't want to say he didn't get to be a hero, because he did get to be a hero. He saved the little girl and the dad at the bodega. He got the hat back for the homie. A lot of black people get fucked up in that. I was like, God damn, they are quick to cast us as villains, but you know, that ain't a surprise. But like, it was just lacking. Like, and I think part of it is maybe because I'm too in tune with the whole Marvel universe. So I'm anticipating this special presentation for about 2-3 years. And then you give me something like, yo, you don't even need to know what's going on. I'm not even sure if it was tied into Daredevil or not. Right? I assume the chaos going on in his neighborhood, one, that's probably where he lived, because that's just how he rolled. But at the same time, I'm thinking like, are they rioting because of the whole Daredevil situation at the end of Daredevil when they was rioting? I kind of didn't, I felt like they should have connected that. At least something, connect something. Now, I'm assuming this was just made because they wanted to get them ready for Spider-Man. If anybody didn't watch the entire, you know, Punisher show or the other seasons of Daredevil, you can say, hey man, just check out the special presentation, then we go check out Spider-Man, right? That might be a good movie. It actually might be a cool movie to play that in theaters. If you know what I mean? If you ain't got, you know, if you got time, I'll play that in theaters before the Spider-Man movie, get people hyped. And that might be a good move with the special presentations, Disney. I'm just giving y'all free game. That's free game. You got a Spider-Man movie featuring the Punisher. Put this Punisher special presentation for all the fans that want to get there early, for the super fans and stuff. Or the fans who ain't seen it, want to watch this in theaters. Now, I will say, this is the reason why I say it's still good. The violence, the violence was violent, all right? So the violence was violencing, and it was a little disturbing. You know, I always feel the same way with the Punisher, man. I'm like, man, he need to kill somebody. And he start killing people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, like, oh my Lord. But either way, that, you know, he went off, and it does have replay value. I might just, you know, it's like Endgame though. So Endgame is a 6.5 out of 10. I would probably give this maybe a 7, just because it's mature and there's less BS. But at the end of the day, they're the same thing. You skip to the last, you know, 30 minutes of Endgame, and when Iron Man, Thor, Captain America talking about we all in agreement, that's when the movie really starts. The rest of the shit was just filler. That's 2.5 hours of filler. You really got one 30-minute sequence of an epic battle of Marvel, but the rest of Endgame is just a waste. This is kind of how this show is. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch him, you know, relive these moments with his family and see how fractured his mind. But I will skip to the end and watch the fight, because, you know, why not? If I need to, you know, waste my time, I'll do that. So it does have some value as far as replay value, but overall, that was a missed opportunity. Y'all could have. and this is another thing. So the picture in the back, he got the Punisher skull, right? They're taking too long for him to embrace the Punisher character. Like they're taking the role of the Punisher. Like first it was Daredevil. It took him forever to put the suit on and be the Punisher to the last, episode of season 2. Then you got his show where it's just kind of like the same thing. He's just walking around in black, but he doesn't actually put the skull on and think I'm the Punisher. Then, if you wanted to dive into the mental health aspects, I think it would have been better to show that Frank is in the mental space where he thinks I am the Punisher. I have to go out here and kill these people. That's what makes me a hero. That's what my purpose is. That's what I need to do. But they're still taking forever for him to embrace that role. I feel like that would be a more reasonable, more interesting mindset of like, okay, yeah, he's fractured. He thinks, it's like Batman. Like Batman's crazy, dude. You dress up in a suit and go around and beat up people. Yes, Frank is already crazy. You put on a skull mask, you think you're the Punisher, you go around killing people, playing judge, jury, executioner. Right? That's already crazy enough. You could actually have the mind fracture stuff in it, while he's still going around punishing people doing his thing. But this one was more like, oh, I killed that family that killed my family, so I ain't got nothing else to do. Nothing left for Frank to do. That's what they kept saying. I'm like, we should have dove into that. Kind of like how he was with Daredevil. When Daredevil was with him, he was going around killing people. Maybe it was more about his family, but at the end of the day, Daredevil was trying to convince you, like, hey, yo, you don't need to go around killing people. That's not your purpose. I would like him to be like, yo, that's who I am. That's who I've been. Let me head down this road as a crazy vigilante that's killing people. He's more of just a killer that just gets caught in situations. You know what I mean? He's really less of a vigilante and more of a killer that just either getting revenge or get caught in situations. Which is funny. Like, why y'all keep testing the Punisher at all people? Either way, man, it was cool, but I was a little disappointed. I can say I was a little disappointed. I will watch the fight again. But yeah, they skipping the storyline, doing the whole mental health thing, of making the show more about mental health than actual heroism is or heroism. Yeah. Either way, missed opportunity. Go back, do it again, start over. All right. Either way, we're looking forward to Spider-Man. Is Marvel back? That Daredevil episode took me up. This one took me down a little bit, but Spider-Man can take it. Spider-Man can take it over the top, especially if he's dope in Spider-Man. Please do not have this man in one action scene in Spider-Man, man. Please, not just one boring action. Give me some Punisher action, man. Give me some Punisher action. Either way, let me know what y'all think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's time to